Chapter 2. Now these were the people of the province who came from those captive exiles from King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, had carried captive to Babylonia. They returned to Jerusalem and Judah, all to their own towns. They came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Sariah, Reelaiah, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispar, Bigvai, Rehum, and Bana. The number of the Israelite people, the descendants of Parosh, 2,172. Of Shephatiah, 372. Of Ara, 775. Of Bahath, Moab, namely the descendants of Jeshua and Job, 2,812. Of Elam, 1,254. Of Zatu, 945. Of Zakai, 760. Of Bani, 642. Of Bebai, 623. Of Asgad, 1,222. Of Adonikam, 666. Of Bigvai, 2,056. Of Adin, 454. Of Ater, namely of Hezekiah, 98. Of Bizai, 323. Of Jorah, 112. Of Hashum, 223. Of Gibbar, 95. Of Bethlehem, 123. The people of Netupha, 56. Of Anathoth, 128. The descendants of Asmaveth, 42. Of Kiriath Harim, Chephirah, and Beeroth, 743. Of Ramah and Geba, 621. The people of Michmas, 122. Of Bethel and Ai, 223. The descendants of Nebo, 52. Of Magbish, 156. Of the other Elam, 1,254. Of Harim, 320. Of Lud, Hadid, and Ono, 725. Of Jericho, 345. Of Sina, 3,630. The priests, the descendants of Jediah of the house of Jeshua, 973. Of Immer, 1,052. Of Bashhur, 1,247. Of Harim, 1,017. The Levites, the descendants of Jeshua and Kadmiel, of the descendants of Hodaviah, 74. The singers, the descendants of Asaph, 128. The descendants of the gatekeepers, of Shallum, of Ater, of Talmon, of Akkub, of Hatita, and of Shobai, in all 139. The temple servants, the descendants of Ziha, Hasufa, Tabuath, Heros, Shiaha, Badon, Libana, Hegaba, Akkub, Hagab, Shamlai, Hanan, Gidel, Gahar, Reaya, Rezin, Nekoda, Gazam, Uzza, Asiya, Isai, Asna, Meonim, Nephisim, Bakuk, Hakufa, Harhur, Bazluth, Mehida, Harsha, Barkos, Sisera, Tema, Nizaya, and Hatifa. The descendants of Solomon's servants, Sotai, Hasuphereth, Peruda, Jala, Darkon, Gidel, Shephatiah, Hatil, Bochereth, Hazebim, and Ami. All the temple servants and all the descendants of Solomon's servants were 392. The following were those who came up from Tel Milah, Tel Harsha, Cherub, Addan, and Immer, though they could not prove their families or their descent, whether they belonged to Israel, the descendants of Deliah, Tobiah, and Nekoda, 652. Also the descendants of the priests, the descendants of Habiah, Hakkoz, and Barzillai, who had married one of the daughters of Barzillai the Gileadites and was called by their name. These looked for their entries in the genealogical records, but they were not found there, and so they were excluded from the priesthood as unclean. The governor told them that they were not to partake of the most holy food until there should be a priest to consult Urim and Thummim. The whole assembly together was 42,360, besides their male and female servants, of whom there were 7,337, and they had 200 male and female singers. They had 736 horses, 245 mules, 435 camels, and 6,720 donkeys. As soon as they came to the house of the Lord in Jerusalem, some of the heads of families made freewill offerings for the house of God to erect it on its site. According to their resources, they gave to the building fund 61,000 darics of gold, 5,000 minas of silver, and 100 priestly robes. The priests, the Levites, and some of the people lived in Jerusalem and its vicinity, and the singers, the gatekeepers, and the temple servants lived in their towns, and all Israel in their towns.